doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. I'm at a friend's house. It's found a corner of the house. It's not going to have any people in it for the next hour. And now we're going to do some side splits because we are all about practicing with consistency, even if crazy stuff is going on in your life. I take it to the extreme because, this is my show. You don't have to go nearly as extreme as I'm going. All right. And in fact, I probably would not recommend it. But when I can make it happen, when I let all my friends know this is the thing that I got to do every single day, they support me. And that's a good sign of true friendship. Anyways, since there's a whole bunch of people downstairs preparing to hang out and preparing dinner right now, we're going to go fast. We're going to crush our live workout and we're going to wrap up soon because I want to go hang out with people. All right, let's go. First thing we're going to do is called hip curls. We're moving our legs through their maximum range of motion using our hip and leg muscles. They look like this. We're going to start by lifting our knee up as high as we can. Then we're going to open up that hip, point that knee that away. Feel the contraction in your glutes. Rotate the leg so the ankle is coming up. The knee is getting level from the side. It looks like this. From the front, your ankle has disappeared like magic. Bring the knee down, ankle up. Whew. Feel the contraction here in your hamstring. Bring that leg down and back. When you bring the leg down and back, we're feeling the hamstrings, we're feeling the glutes, we're feeling a little bit right here in the hip flexors. That is one rep. We're doing 10 of these on the left side, 10 of these on the right side. If you're ready, let's begin. High knee. Open. Oh, I'm off balance. Ankle up some more, down and back. If you are also off balance, please put your arms out, go find a wall, something to hold on to. Stability is important. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back. That's 3. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back. That's 4. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back. That's 5. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back. That's 6. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back. That's 7. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back. That's 8. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back. That's 9. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back. That's 10. Those are hip curls. If you don't know, the reason why we do these is because we're using our muscles to pull our legs into position. When you use your own muscles to contract them, you build control and mobility and strength all at the same time. And that's what we want. All right, let's continue on the other side. Hold on to something for balance if you need it. Stand nice and strong on this one leg and other side up. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. I'm pretty sure I just saw a money spinning machine thing. I'm pretty sure those are kind of expensive. So thank you so much for the support. That's crazy. 3. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 4. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 5. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 6. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 7. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 8. 2 more. High knee. Lift as high as you can. Bring that knee up, 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 up. Open up that leg. Point the knee that away. Lift a little bit higher if you can. Rotate. Rotate some more. Down and back. That's 9. Last one. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 10. We've done half of our hip curls. It's time for the other half. I might have eaten way too fast, and my stomach feels a little funny. So if I suddenly pause for any reason, it's probably that one. All right, let's go in reverse. We're gonna start by bringing the leg down and back. Flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes. Really lift the leg back behind you. All right. Then we're gonna lift the leg up to the side so that the knee and the ankle are horizontal. We're gonna rotate, point the knee down, lift the ankle up. We're gonna rotate again, bring the ankle down, lift the knee up, and then bring everything to the front to finish. I know if this is your first time joining and it looks crazy, it looks complex, there's so much going on. Don't worry. I'm going to face you. It'll be a little easier to mirror when I'm facing you. And let's give it a shot. Stand up nice and straight and tall. Hold on to something for balance, like a wall. And let's begin. All your weight is in one leg, other leg back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 1. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 2. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. 3. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. 4. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. Five? Did I say five already? We'll pretend I didn't. Five, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. Six, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. Seven, keep going, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. Eight, keep going, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. Nine, last one, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's not. Those are three-quarters of it because we got one last hip to go. Give your body a little shake, a little wiggle. Let's give it a go. This leg, let's do it. High knee. Oh, is that right? No, we're going reverse. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's two. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's three. Keep going. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's four. I'm off balance. Ugh. I had to hold on to the wall. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's five. Five more. Back. On my soft balance right now. Side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's six. I'm gonna hold on to the wall for the last couple reps because I, for some reason, can't balance as well as I usually do. Seven. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's eight. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's nine. Last one. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 10. Those are some hip cars. That's our first warm-up exercise. Your mommy says or asks, does this help open up the hips? Yes, this helps to strengthen your hip muscles so that you have more control. When you have more control, it'll be much easier to do a whole bunch of stuff with your hips, including opening them up. All right? Oh, man. That was the first warm-up exercise. We're going to move on into number two. We're going to do some elephant walks. What I want you to do is fold at the waist, bring your belly button down towards the ground, boom, like this. From here, we're going to breathe, inhale, exhale, relax. See if you can sink a little deeper into the ground. If your back is rounding a little bit because you're just chilling, you're flopping, great. If you're trying desperately to smash your face into the ground and you're putting a whole bunch of tension all over your body, that's too much. Chill out. All right? Whew. We're going to add some movement now. I want you to bend one knee and straighten out the other leg. I want you to fold your belly button down towards the ground. And I want you to switch back and forth and get the nice hamstring stretch in your legs. All right? Switch. Boom. Each leg is going to feel a little bit different because one is bent and one is straight. And you might even have different amounts of flexibility in either leg. So that will feel different also. And I want you to keep going for a little bit. All right? There's not an exact number that we're trying to do because I'm going to tell you about the rest of the show. And until I'm done with that, you got to keep going. 45. We're, we're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, to make ourselves and the suffering that we do a little bit more fun so that we can stay a little bit more consistent and make some progress together. All right. So if you like side splits, you want to work towards them, you want to build up that hip mobility, make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, and keep coming back. Because this is what we do every single night starting at 9 p.m. If you have no idea what 9 p.m. is about, we started like 10 minutes ago. Whatever time that is for you, that's when we start. All right. It's time to go back into stretching. Let's go. I want you to focus on your belly button. I want you to try and bring it down towards the ground a little bit more. A little bit more, a little bit more. It's not your head, it's not your back, because those can all move without your belly button moving. We only care about the belly button coming down. We're gonna do five more. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Pop into a little bit of a squat. Come on back into standing. That is our second warm-up exercise. Chase just said something. Chase says, you can check out my YouTube channel with the same name. Yes, I have a YouTube channel. It's under the same username, Splits on the side. Has all the recordings of every show we've done probably over the last year. minus a couple where we might have technical difficulties or bad Wi-Fi or something, but like 95% of those are there. Cool. All right, we're gonna move on into our third warm-up exercise. And I'm having a brain fart because I can't remember what it is. Even though I do this every single day, we're doing some thoracic rotation. Oh, man, I was able to remember in time. We're gonna do some thoracic rotation. Your thoracic spine is this chunk of your spine. Below your neck to about your belly button-ish. It's designed to move and rotate. What we're going to do is some rotation, very slow and intentional, so that you can work this entire motion a little bit. All right. We're going to get back into the same position we were just in. So one leg is bent, one leg is straight. We're folding our belly buttons down towards the ground. Once you are here, we are going to take the arm that is on the bent leg side. We're going to reach across to the straight leg. We're going to push off that shin bone to help us rotate our spines. I want you to rotate your chest so that you're looking at least this way, directly to your side. If you can rotate a little bit more, keep going. See if you can extend your arm up into the air. Rotate your neck to look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale and reach over your shoulder some more. Woo. That is half a rep. If that looked crazy, if that looked intense, don't worry about it. Just try your best to reach over your shoulder. All right? Other side. Bent leg, straight leg. Bent arm, straight leg. Push off that leg, rotate. Look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Woo. That is one rep on both sides. We're going to do 5 of these in total. When I say exhale, reach, please do exhale. Let the air out of your lungs so that you can twist and rotate and squeeze a little bit more. All right, let's go. Bent leg, straight leg. Bent arm, straight leg. Open it up. Look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Woo. That's 2. Other side. Inhale. Exhale, reach. That's 2 again. 3. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Woo. Other side. Inhale. Exhale, reach. That's 3. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Woo. Other side. Inhale. Exhale, reach. That's 4. We're going to cover it all from the top in case you're new and you're just coming in. We are bending one leg. We're straightening out the other. We're folding our belly buttons down towards the ground. We're taking the arm on the bent leg side. We're reaching across to push off of this shin bone to help us rotate. Extend your arm up into there. Rotate your neck to look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale and reach. Woo. That's 5. Last one on this side. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Woo. That is our third warm-up exercise. We're going to move on into number 4. We're going to wrap up the warm-up. All right. The fourth move is called the Cossack switch. And it looks a little bit like this. We're going to drop into a bit of a squat. We're going to try and sink as low into the ground as we can on this leg. For most of us, your ankles, your knees, your hips probably aren't ready for this. Your version might look a little bit more like this. All right? This leg over here, the heel's down or foot is flat, wherever you want. It's not really that big a deal. And we're focusing on coming down on this leg. Wherever you are in this process, all the way down here, somewhere in the middle, all the way up here, wherever you are, our next step is to move our butt that way. To take this position and do it on the other side. If you're a little bit higher up, it might be very easy for you. You can just go boom, 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 boom. If you're a little lower, it might be a little bit more difficult. You might need a little bit of hand support to help you across. So if you're down here, you might need a little bit of support to help bring you over to the other side. If you're really low to the ground, if you're strong, you might be able to do it without your hands. But if you need some support, put your hands down, walk, 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 walk. Come on over to the other side. Sit in this side, sink into it, get low, get squished, and come on back. Boom. That is 1 rep. We're gonna do 10 of these in total, so we got 9 more. All right. If you are high up, stick with high up. That's okay. Challenge yourself. Do your best. Try to sink a little bit deeper, but you don't have to get all the way to the ground if you cannot get there. That's fine. Keep going. Across and back. I think that's 3. If you realize you don't need your hands to keep on coming across and back, feel free to skip using your hands. If you're looking for more of a challenge, you can try and sit up a little bit straighter, extend your arms out in front of you, and keep going. This will challenge your low back and balance a little bit as well. I think this is 6. Let's do a couple more here. 7 and 7. If your knees are feeling all achy, they don't like this side to side motion when you're so low, we can change this up too. We can come up a little bit, come across a little bit, and come on back down. That's 8 part 1. Up, across, and down. 8 part 2. Ready for number 9? Let's go. Up, across, and down. When you come down, we get all the benefit of this squat, of this stretch, but we don't get this suffering of the side to side knee thing. All right, so up, across, and down. That's 9. Ready for the last one? Up, across, and down. And again, up, across, and down. That is our 10 Cossack switches, 10 Cossack slidey things. And oh, I'm tired too. If you somehow don't know, we're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. All right. What we just did was our warm up. We got our heart pumping. We got our ankles, our knees, our hips moving. We rotated our spine so that we're moving a little bit better, a little looser. And now we get to put that all to work with some stretches. Are you ready? I hope you're ready. But before we begin, make sure to hit follow and subscribe because we do this every day to help you practice a little bit of consistency. And oh, man, I'm tired. Whatever I eat that's causing my stomach to be a little bit funky, it's still feeling funky. All right. The first stretch we're gonna do is a hamstring stretch. What I want you to do is extend one leg out in front and be kneeling on the other leg. I recommend that you go grab a little cushion, a little bit of padding for your knee. I am at a friend's house. I forgot to grab some padding, so I'm gonna have to make do with the floor. But if you have a couch cushion, a decorative pillow, some old flip flops, dirty laundry, roll it up, stick it on your knee, we're ready to go. This yoga block is a little tall, a little crazy, so I may or may not use it. We'll find out in a little bit. All right. When you have your cushioning, whatever it may be, doesn't have to be anything fancy. If you got yoga mats, great. Fold it up a couple times, stick it under your knees, and boom. I want you to get into this nice and tall kneeling position. Flex your abs, flex your glutes. Stand up, Superman style. And from here, we're going to extend one leg out in front and get ready to do our stretch. The next step here is to take this nice and straight upper body and fold it down so that your belly button, this right here, is coming down towards your thigh. All right, let's do it. Inhale, exhale, and fold. As soon as your hamstrings are telling you, no, stop it, that hurts, feel free to pause and breathe. Inhale, exhale, relax. Let your body flop into the floor. And let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. That's 2. Again, inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little bit deeper into your stretch. That's 3 times. Since this is the first go around, let's do another one. Inhale. Exhale, relax. That is 4. Whew. Feel that stretch in your hamstring. And we're going to add some movement now. All right. What I want you to do is bring your knee up back into sort of a lunge position. Then I want you to fold your upper body down towards that leg. All right. If you're not flexible enough to fold all the way down and you're stuck a little bit higher up, that's perfectly fine. That's okay. Just try your best to bring your chest down towards your thighs. From here, we're going to put our hands down for a little support on either side. We're going to reach back. We're going to extend this leg. Boom! So that you're feeling that hamstring stretch again. Whew. That is 1 rep. We're going to do 5 of these. Make sure you're feeling the hamstring stretch when you straighten out your leg. That's the most important part. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. I'm going to move my knee. It is on a crack in this wood, and it feels like I'm getting 1,000 paper cuts every time I move. Let's do that again. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 3. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 4. Again, knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 5. And now we're going to get ready to fold a little bit deeper. All right. What we're gonna do is straighten out this leg. We're gonna focus on bringing our belly button down to the side, but we're gonna do it in a very thoughtful way. We're gonna do something called the inhale, exhale, fold. We're gonna take a huge breath in into our lungs. We're gonna slowly exhale, and we're gonna fold the body down towards the leg. You ready? Let's go. Inhale, big breath in. Inhale. Slowly exhale, fold, bring the belly button down. Woo. Your hamstrings are probably telling you, hey, what's going on? What is this? Inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into the floor. Again, inhale. Exhale, relax. If right now your back is bent because your muscles are relaxed, that's perfect. If your back is bent because you're trying to smash your face into the ground, you're trying so hard to pull yourself into a tight position, stop. This is the relaxing part. When I say fold, do that. When I say relax, just chill. All right? Inhale, exhale, relax. Again, inhale, exhale, relax. That is 3. Let's go. Knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. Knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. That's 2 again. Knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. That's 3. Knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. That's 4 again. Knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. And now we have done 5. Whew. It's time to fold a little bit deeper. Y'all ready? Let's do it again. Inhale, exhale, fold. Big breath in. Inhale. Slowly exhale and fold, 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 fold. Belly button down towards the ground. This is probably a healthy time to remind you yours does not have to look like mine. I've been doing this show every day for like 600 days. I've gotten a lot more flexible, and I promise you the instructions have stayed the same. I'm telling you to fold forward, bring the belly button down the best that you can. I'm not telling you to do crazy things, all right? So just try your best, and let's breathe. Inhale, exhale, relax. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Let your body flop into the floor. Again, inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little bit deeper. Third time, let's do it. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little bit deeper. Feel that stretch in your hamstrings, and let's go. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. Again, knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. That's 2. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. Oh, that's good. 3 times. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. That's 4. Last 1. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. That's 5. Once you've done 5 of those, we're almost done. We're going to just hang out here for 30 seconds, and I want you to breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. And just do that over and over again until we're done with 30 seconds. Y'all ready? Let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. 25. 24, 23, inhale. Exhale, relax. 18, 17, 16, 15, inhale. Exhale, relax. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our first hamstring stretch. Woo! That's one leg. If that felt like a lot, don't worry. We're going to match it on the other leg real soon. Let's get ready for the other side. What I want you to do is come back into that kneeling position, flex your glutes, flex your abs, stand up nice and tall, or I guess kneel up nice and tall, and try to catch your breath. And once you catch your breath, let's extend the leg and do the same thing on the other side. Remember, please use a little bit of cushioning for your knees. Give yourself a little padding, some extra kindness to your knees. My knees are already turning red. Don't do that to yourself. Don't be like me. Do as I say, not as I do. All right? All right. Let's continue. We're folding the belly button down to the thigh. Y'all ready? Let's go. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Woo! Belly button is coming down as soon as your hamstrings are telling you, no, what are you doing? Stop and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little bit deeper. Third time. Inhale. Exhale, relax. That's 3 times. Now, knee up, chest down, straighten it out just like before. Ready? Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 2. Each leg is going to be a little bit different, and especially because you did 3 rounds on the other side, this leg is going to feel super not flexible. All right? That's okay. That's normal. You got to give the sides even amounts of love in order for them to make relatively close to even amounts of progress. All right? Knee up, chest down, straighten. That's 5, I think. And that means it's time to fold. You already inhale, exhale, fold. Big breath in, inhale. Slowly exhale and bring your belly button down to the ground. Let's go. Fold, 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 fold. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale, relax. That's 2. Let's go for a third. Inhale. Exhale, relax. That is 3. Knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. That's 1. Again, knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. That's 2. Again, knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. That's 3. Knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. That's 4. Again, knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. That's 5. We've done 5 of those. You know what time it is? It's time for us to breathe and to go a little bit further. Inhale, exhale, fold. You got this? You got this. Big breath in. Inhale. Slowly exhale. Bring your belly button down to the floor. Fold, 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 fold. Oh, man. All right. Inhale, exhale, relax. Let's do it. Big breath in. Exhale, relax. Let your body flop into the floor. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little bit deeper, but with relaxation. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little tiny bit deeper. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. That's 1. Again, knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. That's 2. Again, knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. That's 3. Again, knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. That's 4. Last 1. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. That's 5. We're going to hang out for 30 seconds. We're going to be done with this stretch on this side. All right? Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27. Just like we did on the other side, you can just inhale. Exhale, relax. Let your body flop into the floor. Keep going. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Inhale. Exhale, relax. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our first stretch. That's our hamstring stretch. If that felt like a lot, that is because it was absolutely a lot. You got a whole entire hamstring workout in the middle of our life. All right. We do this because some of the other stretches that we do have a hamstring stretch component to that other stretch. And because I want you to be able to benefit from some of the other parts, we overwork the hamstrings right at the very beginning so that you can feel the other stuff later. All right? We're going to move on into stretch number 2. What I want you to do is bring your back up against a wall and have your butt, your low back, your shoulders, your head all resting up against the wall. And I don't have that very perfectly, so yeah, whatever. If you're at home, please go find a wall to lean your back against. All right? When you're here, I want you to bring your feet in together and pull them in towards your groin. So we're in this position. This is our starting position for stretch number 2, the butterfly stretch. If you're not from the US, you might know this as the tailor's pose. From here, the goal of this stretch is to feel the stretch here in your inner thighs. The way we make that happen is by bringing our knees down into the ground. I want you to get stronger and more mobile at the same time. So I want you to flex your glutes. I want you to flex your outer thigh muscles. I want you to bring your legs down into the ground using your own muscles. Try your best. If you're feeling a more intense stretch here in the inner thigh, if you're feeling your knees go down towards the ground a little bit, you're doing perfect. All right? Next, we're going to take our hands. We're going to apply a little bit of pressure onto our legs. Just come inside of the knee a little bit and see if you can push straight down into the ground. I'm gonna have to change positions because the lip of this thing is digging into my back and that's gonna hurt. So I'm gonna adjust the angles of these phones real fast so that you can see me against the wall. All right. Now, from here, back up against the wall, legs together. We're trying to push your knees down into the ground. All right. What I want you to do is hands on that inner thigh. And for the next 30 seconds, I'm going to slowly count down. As I'm counting, I want you to breathe in and out, and in and out, and push your legs down when you exhale. If it gets crazy, if you're feeling a ton of tension, you can stop. You can pause. If you are otherwise feeling like it's just a stretch, continue. All right, let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Let's see if we can push your legs down a little bit. 30 seconds. Inhale. Exhale. Maintain that steady pressure. 27, 26, 25. Inhale. Exhale. 21, 20. Inhale. Exhale. 18, 17, 16. Inhale. Exhale. Push. 10, 9, 8. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our butterfly stretch. It went a lot faster than our hamstring stretch, right? Give your arms a little gentle shake, a little gentle flap, and let them relax. Do a little wave as if you're in a stadium and celebrating your team. Flap the wings of your butterfly, lift your knees up and down, move them around just a little bit so that your legs wake up from that stretch. If you're feeling a lot of tension here, it's probably a good sign. You want to work on this stretch a little bit more. All right, that's our second stretch. We're going to move on into number 3. Come on back up into standing, and we're going to get ready to do some standing pancake. I'm going to shift the cameras back because I don't need this wall as much as before. Boom. For the standing pancake, what I want you to do is open up your legs just a little bit. It doesn't have to be crazy, just a little bit is fine. What we're going to do is fold and bring our belly buttons down towards the ground. Whee! Boom. As soon as your hamstrings get stuck and tell you, hey, 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 what you doing? Again, this again, feel free to stop and figure out where you're at. This is our starting position, your starting position. For you, you might be a little bit higher up. Maybe you're about horizontal, maybe you're a little bit lower. It's all fine. Wherever you are, our goal is to bring our upper body in between our legs with a back that's relatively straight, roughly straight. And for most of us, if this is one of your earlier attempts at this, when your upper body is horizontal like this, that is when gravity is going to do the most to help hold you forward. All right, gravity is pulling all of this down into the ground. To make gravity work a little harder for you, you can extend your arms up like this so that your biceps are by your ears and inhale. Exhale, and see if you can fold a little bit deeper. All right, that's the basics of our pancake stretch. If you want, you can open up your legs a little bit wider, a little bit wider, a little bit wider while you fold. That is optional. That is up to you. You do not have to do it. In general, that's the whole thing. Now you know. Let's get set up. Open up the legs a little bit. Fold on down. Extend your arms up in front of you. Hold on to something to make it even worse. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, fold. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. If you feel like your face is too close to the floor and you're like, this is scary, stick your butt back a little bit behind you. And we're ready to go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Put your hands down. That is enough of our pancake. If you can, bring your legs in together. You might want to try to wiggle your toes in towards the center, your heels in towards the center, toes and heels and toes and heels and toes and heels and toes and heels until your legs are together and you're able to come back into standing. That is our third stretch, the standing pancake. We're ready to move on into our fourth stretch. I'm pretty sure we did figure four last night, so it's time for some pigeon. I explained one stretch per day, and these are interchangeable. If you're a regular, you have a favorite, pick whichever one you like and do that one. Otherwise, it's time for us to get into the pigeon. Today, what we're going to do is take one leg, cross it over to the other side, so the leg is like this. We're going to lift that leg up towards our belly button. We're going to fold that belly button down towards that leg until we are in this position, folding down towards our leg. You're going to feel a stretch here in the outside of your glute. That is a glute muscle. You're going to feel a little bit here in the hamstrings. When your leg is twisted up like this, rotated up like this, your hamstrings are kind of on the side and not on the back of your leg anymore. It's still the same part of your leg, but your leg is rotating, right? You might feel a little bit here in the front of the hip when you're actually doing that folding, and that is okay. So let's take it to the floor. Let's do this. Whew. We talked about this. Bring the leg across your body, right? You have some options with what you do with your other leg. You can keep it bent off to the side like this, if you like. You can straighten it out, throw it over there. If you want, if you have done this before, feel free to extend your leg back behind you. If you've done some yoga, you might know about this position. If you've never done yoga before and you're like, what are you doing with that position? Don't worry about it for today. Find a nice, comfortable way to put your leg off to the side, and we'll focus on the part that actually matters, our glutes. All right? What I want you to do is have this leg coming across your body like so. Then I want you to find the midpoint between the knee and the ankle, somewhere right around here, right? I want you to find this imaginary line down between your eyes, down your nose, down your mouth, down to your belly button. I want you to take that imaginary line and try to touch it to that midpoint on your leg, but in real life. So what we're going to do is fold. Fold, 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 fold some more. Keep folding, fold, 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 fold. Inhale. Exhale. And sink a little bit deeper. That is the basis of our fourth stretch, the pigeon. All right? You basically know how to do it. You got some options for what to do with your other leg. Just find a comfortable position and let's begin. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale again. Exhale and fold. Sink into the floor. 30 seconds. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our pigeon stretch. Let's do the same on the other side. We'll bring the other leg across. Again, whatever you do with this leg is up to you, optional. If you want to, if you can, extend the leg back behind you. You don't have to. From here, keep your hips low to the ground, sink into the floor, and let's get ready to fold. Middle line down to that midpoint in the leg. Get ready? Let's go. Inhale. Exhale and fold. When you're feeling in your glutes, feeling that crazy stretch, we're ready to count down. 30 seconds. 29, 28, 27, 26. If you're regular and you're looking to make this a little bit more intense, instead of relaxing your back, try to straighten out your spine. Your head will suddenly feel real heavy and it'll help pull you down into a deeper stretch. Let it pull you down into a deeper stretch. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our pigeon stretch. That's 4 of our 5 stretches. Come on out of that position. Dust off your hands if you need to. And take a second. Catch your breath. Whew. If you're new to this show, we're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. It's already 9:40, so we're probably going to take longer than 45 minutes. The final stretch that we're going to do is a side split. All right, it's actually three side splits. And all of the stretches that we've been doing so far has been preparing our body, pre-stretching for this final move. If you've never done a side split before, do not worry. We're going to take it into lots of little itty bitty steps and try to make it a little easier on your body with some adjustments. I am probably going to need to change the camera angle a little bit before I do this. So before we do that, let's talk about what you need to do next. You need to hit follow, you need to hit subscribe because we do this live every single day. And if you're here so far, you've been here for like 45 minutes, you're probably having fun. You should keep coming back and having fun and trying to move a little bit better with me together. So once you hit all those buttons, let's talk about the side split. I want you to go grab something to support your hands. Usually, I recommend using a hand stool or a hand stool, a small stool for hand support. The purpose of whatever it is that you're going to grab is to help you do this. Put your hands on something so that your shoulders, your upper body is helping you when your legs go a little bit wider. All right. This could be a small stool. It could be a coffee table. It could be an ottoman. It could even be a chair. A chair might be quite high, and instead of putting your arms all the way down, you might want to put your forearms down on that chair. Wherever it is that you decide to grab, I recommend that it is lighter so that you can kind of move it around and it's strong enough to support your whole entire body weight. All right. You don't need it to support your whole entire body weight, but it makes you feel safer when you know it can. All right. I need to move the cameras to adjust and make some move. Give me just a second. And let's see. Does that work? Does that help? I think that made things worse. Hold on. What about this way? All right. That's pretty close to the wall. It'll be okay, I think. We'll find out. What I want you to do is take your hand support, bring with you to a wall. Usually we do this from a different angle, so we'll see if this helps or if it makes things worse. Everybody who's a regular, let me know if the new camera angle, this sort of sideways diagonal angle actually helps or not. Because sometimes you can't see the arch in the back or some of the other angles, right? All right. What I want you to do is put your butt up against the wall. Your feet can be slightly in front. From here, we're going to open up the legs just a little bit. Doesn't have to be crazy, just a little bit is fine. We're going to fold down and put our hands on our hand support. We're going to slowly let our legs go a little bit wider. Right now, my butt is resting against the wall. My hands are on the hand support. My legs are down there supporting. Okay? From here, what I want you to do is rotate the legs. Rotate it backwards 90 degrees so that your heels are down, your toes are pointing up and maybe away, knees are pointing up and maybe away, and your inner thighs are pointing forward. All right? We're going to do this on both sides, both legs. Boom. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up, inner thighs are pointing forward. If I were to do this perfectly facing you, it would look a little bit like this, but now I'm way too close to the camera. All right? Once you are in this position, what I want you to do is slowly let your butt slide down the wall. Let your legs go a little bit wider while your heels are still down, your toes are up, your knees are up. Your version is going to look a little different from mine, but notice that I'm leaning forward. And that from the side, it might look a little bit like I'm maintaining more or less like a 90-degree angle, maybe less, maybe this is 90, and or leaning forward. Okay? From here, keep on letting your body slide down a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper. I'm gonna move the cameras back to the normal setting and I'm just gonna suffer on my end because I think the angle is a little too rough to be able to figure out what's going on. So give me a second, let me try that again, and boom. Now that you have seen what that looks like, let's do it again, but facing you frontwards, face up. Let the legs go wide. Let your butt rest against the wall. Lean forward. Dude, I saw something like a shadow moving in the glass behind me. I thought it was a ghost. It freaked me out. I've got goosebumps right now. Okay, anyways, from here, we're going to sink a little bit deeper into our stretch, sink a little bit deeper into our stretch, sink a little bit deeper into our stretch. Yours does not have to look like mine. Okay? If you're all the way up here, that's absolutely fine. All we care about is that your butt is sliding down the wall, your hands are on your hand support, and your legs are going a little bit wide. And I want you to find a position where it's almost comfortable, where it's almost okay, where you don't feel like you're about to tip over, you don't feel like you're about to slip, you feel like you're in control, wherever that is. And we're gonna breathe. All right, inhale. Hold that breath for a little bit. Exhale and relax. See if you can sink a little deeper into your stretch. I cannot sink deeper into my stretch because my butt is sitting on this edge. You gotta move forward a little bit. Ugh. And again, inhale. Hold that breath. Exhale, relax. See if you can sink a little deeper into your stretch. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale, relax. See if you can sink a little deeper into your stretch. From here, we got some optional wiggles. If you can, wiggle your right leg out a little bit, left leg out a little bit, right leg out a little bit, left leg out a bit. This floor is a little too grippy. My heels are not going anywhere. It's going to rip up my calluses. So we're going to call it here. If you are in this position, your toes are pointing up, your knees are pointing up, the top of your head is mostly pointing up, we're ready for side split number one. We're hanging out here for 30 seconds. That's it. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. Move your hand support out of the way if you can. Crawl forward just a little bit. Give yourself some room. Bring your legs in underneath you. That is our first side split. I don't know if I told you this, but we're doing 3 rounds of 30 seconds of side splits, and that was just number one. Right now, your legs are probably super tense, super tired, and they are unhappy with you. And what we're going to do about that is stand up, ignore it, and shake it out. Come on back into standing. If your legs are feeling a little crazy right now, just hold on to something for balance and start shaking them out. Shake, 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 shake. The reason why we're shaking, and what I want you to be doing right now, is looking at your ankles. I want you to see that your foot is flopping all over the place. I want you to see that your calves are swinging all over the place. And the reason why we want this is because we want to visually check that your muscles are starting to relax a little bit. All right? Take a couple steps. Make sure the leg that you just shook out is feeling a little bit better. And let's shake out the, excuse me, let's shake out the other one. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. Shake some more, wiggle some more, flop some more, shake some more, wiggle some more, flop some more, and whoo, take a couple steps. If your legs are feeling a little bit looser, feeling a little bit more chill, we're ready to move on into our hips. I want you to put all of your weight into one leg, and then almost no weight into the other leg, but the big toe down. From here, I want you to flex your glute muscles. I want you to pull on them so that you can point this knee out that way. All right? From the side, it looks like this. Boom. I don't know why I pointed backwards. That way. And once you've done that, I want you to flex these muscles here in the front of your hip to bring your knees all the way in so the knees are almost touching. And keep going. Open, close, out, and in, and out, and in and out, and in and out, and in and out. When you're first starting on this type of crazy looking movement, focus on building strength and control. When you've been doing it for a while and you're feeling pretty chill with it, you can go a little faster, turn into a dance move, and just have some fun with it. All right? Let's do the other side. All your weight is one leg, big toe is down and in, and out, and in and out, and in and out, and in, and out, and in 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 and out. That is our shaky, shaky, relaxy stuff. It's time for us to move on into side split number two. I hope you're ready because we're about to begin. We're going to do the same thing as before, but I'm going to explain it a little bit more thoroughly than usual because I know stretch number one was at a crazy weird angle, and so if you're new, it looked crazy. All right, let's do this again. Take your hand support, bring it up to the wall with you. Put your butt up against the wall. Open up your legs a little bit and let's fold on forward. Put your hands down on your hand support. Let your legs go a little bit wider. Your butt is resting against the wall. Your feet are slightly in front of the wall and we are getting ready to rotate the legs. Our heels are down, our toes are up, our knees are pointing up. Our heels are down, our toes are up, our knees are pointing up. I recommend you do this with your hands on your hand support so not all of your body weight is on this little tiny bit of your heel flesh on the ground. Right? Your hands are taking some of that pressure. From here, take your time. See if you can let your butt slide down the wall as your legs slide further and further and further out. Remember, we're leaning forward right now. We're not sitting straight up. So lean forward if you need to and sink on down into your stretch. Let yourself come into a position where you feel more or less like you're in control. You don't feel like you're about to slip. You don't feel like you're about to lose balance. Your muscles can almost kind of sort of relax. All right? And we're going to breathe. Inhale. Hold that breath. Exhale, relax. See if you can sink a little deeper into your stretch. Let's do it again. Inhale. Hold. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Let's do it again. Inhale. Hold. Exhale, relax. See if you can sink a little bit deeper into your stretch. From here, optional wiggles. Push your leg to the right. Push your leg out to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. If you're not going anywhere, we're ready for side split. Number 2. You can move your hand support out of the way, or you can use it. I'm gonna move it slightly out of the way so you can see my legs a little bit more clearly. What we're gonna do is gonna be a little like this. We're gonna lean forward a little bit so that our knees are kind of pointing up at a diagonal, our toes are pointing up at a diagonal. Before we were sitting so that our toes were pointing straight up, our knees were pointing straight up. We're just leaning forward a little bit to change the focus of the stretch onto the inner thighs. All right. Again, you can use your hand support. You can use not your hand support. It's up to you. 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 15, 14. If you're not feeling it in your inner thighs, you're like, something about this stretch isn't quite right, you can try to bend your elbows. That will take some pressure off your hands and put it more into your legs and see if that is what you're missing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our stretch. Move your hands support out of the way. Crawl on forward. Bring your legs in underneath you. Take your time. Do not rush this part. Grunt, groan, make as many sound effects as you need to. That is our second side split. If your legs are tired, me too, me too. We're gonna take a second, we're gonna catch our breath, we're gonna shake it out, and we're gonna get ready for side split number 3. All right? Come on back into standing. Let's go. We're shaking it out. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Shake some more, wiggle some more, 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 and whoo, plant the foot. Other leg, shake, 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 wiggle, 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 flap, 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 shake some more, wiggle some more, flap some more. Do take a couple of steps, make sure you're feeling okay, your calves are nice and bouncy, doing their job, and we're ready to shake out our legs from the hip level. All right? I want you to put all your weight in one leg, big toe of the other leg down, open that hip up, knee in, knee out, knee in, knee out. Knee in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. Whew. Probably enough, but let's do 4 more. In and out and in and out. Let's do this side. All your weight is in one leg. Big toe is down. We're doing the in and out and in and out. If you've never really done these before and you're like, how is he doing this? Please do know that all the other crazy things I do with my hands, that's completely optional. The main thing that's moving is this thigh bone where it connects into the hip. When I do this, it is rotating. And that is basically the whole entire thing. Nothing else has to move. Everything else is just for funsies. All right? Out and in and out and in and out and in. I feel like we've probably done enough on this leg. But just in case it's not that fair, in and out and in and out and in and out, as many as you want. Cool? We're ready to move on into side split number 3. So get ready to wrap this show up. Take a hand support, bring it in front of you, and let's get ready to move our butts up to the wall. From here, open up the legs a little bit. Fold on down. Whee! Put your hands on your hand support. Let your legs go a little bit wider. And let's get ready to rotate them. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up. Let your legs go a little bit wider. Find a comfortable spot for you to relax, for you to chill in. It's probably not actually truly comfortable. It's probably not actually truly something you can relax in, but I want you to get as close to it as possible. Because if you're in a position where you're about to slip, you're about to fall, you're about to lose balance, your muscles are going to try really hard to flex and keep you from falling. When you are flexing really hard, it is going to be almost impossible for you to relax into a deeper stretch. All right, so we're just looking for the opportunity to stretch a little deeper. Once you're here, inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Let's do it again. Inhale. Hold that breath. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Optional wiggles to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. If you're not going anywhere, it's time for side split number 3. Just like before, you got options. For side split number 1, you can have your heels down, toes up, knees pointing up, top of your head pointing up. For side split number 2, you can lean forward a little bit. Set your toes are pointing forward, your knees are pointing forward. You're feeling it more in your inner thighs. Whatever you do, get ready to go. I'm gonna do a version of side split number 2. It's time. 45 seconds, 40 seconds. Let's go. 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our final stretch. Throw your hand support out of the way. Take your time coming out of this last one. We went a couple seconds longer. Bring your knees in underneath you. Whew. Grunt, groan, make as many sound effects as you need to. That is our third and final side split. You crushed it. All right, that was a lot. That was hard. I felt it extra bad because I drove for 5 hours today, got stuck in a lot of traffic, and my legs were not working for quite a long time. So this was kind of intense. If you are struggling to move well throughout the day, I recommend that you try a little bit of gentle movement. It doesn't have to be crazy movement. You don't have to get into a crazy workout, but just a little gentle wave, doing a little bit of hula hooping, popping your hips left and right. That makes a huge difference to help the muscles in your back and your hips to get a little bit of movement, wake up a little bit. All right, that was a tangent. It's time for us to shake out our legs. Let's go. Shakety shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Whew. Other side. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. We started focusing on the ankles because I want to make sure your legs were relaxed, that you could focus on seeing that your legs were relaxed. But over time, I want you to start shaking out everything, wiggling everything, flopping around, getting loose, getting relaxed so that your body's always in a state of chillaxedness. And once you're feeling a little looser, let's move on into our hips. All of your weight is in one leg. Big toe is down and in, and out, and in 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 and out. And whew, that's probably enough on this leg. Let's go on the side. All your weight on one leg. Big toe is down, in and out, and 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 in and out. Whew. Hopefully, your hips are feeling good. Your legs are feeling a little bit better. And it's time for us to wrap up with our 2 final moves. We're doing some joint checks. First move is some hip circles. Second move is some calf raises. Thank you for the cowboy hat. Let's do this. Hip circles. We're doing crazy hula hooping. That's basically it. All right. I want you to pop your hip out. Boom. Pop. And slowly sink into it. Really sit into that stretch. Feel the stretch going on in the side of your butt. And just go, ooh, okay, hello. And slowly come on around. Oh, feeling your glutes. Feel it all the way on the other side. Come on around, feeling the front of your hip all the way back the other way. And keep going. Side. Back. Side. Forward. Back. Or sorry, now back, side, and forward. If you feel like there's a lot of tension in one spot, feel free to hang out there for a little bit longer and then continue again when you're ready. If you are ready, switch over to the other direction and keep going. Boom. If you're feeling good, you're ready to dance, you can just shake out your hips like Shakira and have a little bit of fun with it. If you're not ready, feel free to take your time and keep on slowly rotating. All right? Next is our first joint check. Just moving through our hips. Our second joint check is going to move through everything else all in one go. What we're going to do are some crazy calf raises. What I want you to do is have your legs about hips width apart. Not super wide, not super narrow, about hips width apart. All right? From here, I want you to pop into a bit of a squat. From the side, the squat is going to look a little like this. What I want you to do is push your chest forward so that you're really, really leaning forward. Then I want you to push your knees forward so you're feeling that crazy stretch in your Achilles tendon, in your calves. And from here, I want you to feel your toes kicking in. When you're leaning super far forward, the only thing holding you back right now should be your toes. They're gripping into the ground, trying desperately to keep you from falling onto your face forward. The arch of your foot should be kicking in too. If you're feeling it, we're ready to do some calf raises. What I want you to do is come on up onto your big toes, lift those heels as high as you can, and come on down. Reset. Push your chest forward, push your knees forward, and keep going. Up and down. If you need to hold on to something for balance, please go ahead and do so. Lean forward, knees forward, up and down. That's three. Up and down. Oof, I lost balance. That was four. Up and down. That's five. Reset. Push those knees forward, push the chest forward, up and down. That's six. Again, up and down. That's seven. Up and down. If your calves have become tired and they're like, I don't like this anymore. If your quads have become tired and they're telling you, I don't like this anymore, you can feel free to stop. All right. The purpose of that movement, that exercise, was to make sure that your calves got into a fully stretched position because your knees were getting pushed forward and you're able to do the full range of motion in that calf raise. Usually we do calf raises like this, right? We just go up and down like this. When you get into this position, you're stretching the calf and then you're doing a crazy long distance calf raise. And when the knee is bent, you also get a special bonus calf raise. So now you know. Hey, Wes says, yo! Hey, Wes. Welcome, 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 welcome. Oh, are you in Mass? Thank you for joining in. All right, let's see. It is 10:04. That means we wrapped up the live in about an hour and 4 minutes. I hope you guys had fun. That was our live. And usually I have a much more enthusiastic way of wrapping up the live, but I don't know what just happened. I had a brain fart, okay? I'm a little distracted today. I'm at a friend's house. We have a bachelor party this weekend, and we are here a little bit early so that the people who live relatively close by can all carpool and organize stuff and shepherd things to places. So that's why we're in this new setting for today. And tomorrow I'll be in a new setting. And hopefully that setting will have air conditioning because I'm sweating so hard in this room. I have generated a lot of body heat. Anyways, you don't need to know all that. What is important that you do know is we do this live every single day. No matter what kind of craziness I got going on in my life, I make it a priority for me to show up on this live so that we can practice a little bit of consistency together. And there are some stories behind that. I won't go too deep, but the main principle I want you to remember is if you have something you're really working on today, if you are trying to become better at something and you're having a little bit of difficulty staying consistent, you got to set some time aside. You got to prioritize the thing, right? It's going to be hard. I could be downstairs having steak with my friends, meeting all the other people at the bachelor party. I could be not having my stomach feel weird because I rushed and ate a whole bunch of food right before I jumped into the live because I'm at my friend's house and I was like, okay, I got to eat a little bit and then I need to get to the, the live. Those are all things that I could have been doing, and I decided to prioritize making sure that we made it to the life. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. Don't worry, I'm not missing out on anything. But I want you to remember that if you want to make progress at something, sometimes you gotta make some sacrifices because the thing that you're trying to, work on, if it is your priority, you should treat it like your priority. All right. And that was just a side tangent. I don't really know why I went down this rabbit hole on this particular live, but hopefully that was encouraging. If not, then just ignore me and then go back to doing whatever you were doing. Okay. What you should know is we do this live every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, to make the suffering that we do a little bit more fun, a little bit more entertaining, a little easier to stay consistent with. Some of these other consistency principles that I try to incorporate into the show are not so lectury. Most of them are like, hey, if you do a little bit every day, and you make it a little bit more fun, you make it a little bit more enjoyable, it'll be much easier to stay consistent, it'll be much easier to make progress. If you try to cram for 4 hours straight when you're learning a new language, you're going to hate coming back to that textbook next time, right? You did a little bit, you had a little bit of fun with it, maybe use Duolingo because it's designed to make it fun for you, fun-ish. Maybe that will make it stick a little bit better. Is Duolingo's content the best possible way to learn a language? Probably not. Is it more important that you stay consistent and do a little bit every single day so that you actually do the work instead of try it for one day, not visit it again until next month? Probably, because you did that one day, you don't remember anything from that one day 1 month later, right? The repetition is what's important for making your brain understand and learn stuff. So consistency, that's what we're all about. That's what I'm here to help you with, hopefully in your fitness journey. But if you want to go apply it to all sorts of other things, please. If you don't care about fitness and somehow you've been dragged here and you stayed for this whole entire show, if you want to use my showing up to this show to do consistency of your own, if you're going to just like read books while we do lives, I'm 100% for it. What I care about is that we build this skill of setting aside time, prioritizing, doing the work together, making it fun, making it enjoyable so that we can all make some progress together. If your progress, if the thing that you care about the most is something different, please hang out. I'm happy to have you, and I'm happy to be part of your version of progress for whatever that you care about. Cool. If you don't want to hang out, there's also no pressure. I'm not saying you have to stay. I'm just saying if it helps, we're doing this every day anyway, right? Okay. It is 10:07. I'm gonna look at chat real quick and see if there's anything I urgently need to respond to. If it's not so crazy, I am gonna go hang out with my friends. Okay, let's take a quick look. YouTube is really short typically, so let's take a quick glance. Lois says, "Thank you. You're very welcome, Lois. Thank you for being super awesome and consistent. I appreciate you." Wes said, "Yo," a little earlier. I know Wes in real life, so that's why I was like, "Oh, Wes, hi." Sammy Pacheco says hi. Cam has Riz says hi, and Alima says hi, and Lois says hi. Oh, welcome. Lots of highs. But otherwise, YouTube was really quiet. Jayu, hey, welcome back. It's good to see you over on TikTok. Quote, I'm just a beginner, comma, thank you, exclamation point, smiley face. I don't know why you're putting it in quotes, but I assume that you're saying that as a statement. Thank you for being here. Thank you for popping in yesterday, contributing to the chat, asking questions, being helpful, and thank you for coming back and practicing a little bit more consistency. I love that you're doing that. Jayu says, thank you for sharing such simple and easy to follow techniques for beginners. You're super welcome. I'm glad you think it's easy to follow because some of the moves are actually really, really hard. And when you just see them for the first time, they look kind of crazy for the average person, right? That is not lost on me. But part of the reason this show exists is because I started doing this because I wanted to get more flexible. And I was like, we're just going to open an online show. We're going to do it together. And that means this show, every stretch that we do is really intense for me. Like I do it for me. It's not just for you guys, it's also for me. We do it together. And that means that over time, I've made a lot of progress in my stretches. And I plan to keep making progress in my stretches when I do them with you guys. That does mean, however, that you get to see kind of the accumulation of me doing these stretches for 600 days. My hamstring stretch has gotten way better, right? I can get pretty far forward, even if my back was rounding a little bit. That didn't used to be a thing. My pancake is a lot better. My side splits are a lot better. A lot of these stretches are going to look crazy when you see me do it for the first time, right? But I promise the instructions are never about, hey, you have to hit this point or else you suck. It's mostly about trying your best to bring your belly button down to the ground, about folding forward, about trying to breathe and trying to give yourself space so that you can sink a little deeper into your stretch. That is for a reason. That is because those instructions will never change. They have stayed almost the same the entire time I've been doing this. And I hope you don't get discouraged by not being able to do what I am showing you because that's not the point. The point is to try to do the version that you're capable of so that you can build up slowly over time to a much more crazy looking version and you make some progress and you feel really good about yourself. All right. All right, let me look at the chat. I keep on going into these little rambles. Che has sent a whole bunch of claps and bravos, GGs, and TikToks. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it, Che. What else we got? I'm scrolling up. I'm scrolling up. I'm scrolling up. I'm scrolling up. Nguyen says, today I go deeper than yesterday. Thank you so much, Ken. You're very welcome. I'm so glad that you're making progress. If you're brand new to the show, you'll probably find that you make progress pretty fast for the first couple of weeks. And a lot of it is your brain figuring out what you're trying to do because it's just never really had time to thoroughly do that thing before. And over the next couple of days, you might learn that you're a lot more flexible than you thought. And that's a really good feeling because early wins, which is another consistency idea, early wins makes you feel really excited, makes you feel really happy, makes you feel like you're making progress. And that stuff is really valuable to keep you consistent in the beginning. All right. Miss Fender says, merci. You're very welcome. Lagness says, thank you. Welcome back, Lagness. Good to see you. JU says, thank you. I'm going to scroll up. Is it raining outside? Enjoy. Oh, thank you, JU. I appreciate it. All right, let's see. What else is going on? We're scrolling, we're scrolling, we're scrolling, we're scrolling. Jay says, I may not understand everything, but I'm trying. That's great. That's awesome. If you have any specific questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. I might not respond to them today because I gotta go, but I will do my best in the probably not this weekend either, but on Monday. On Monday, I will be back. You got my full attention then. Cool. Oh, we didn't have that much chat in the TikTok live either. The Don's Digest asks, is there a YouTube channel? Yes, we have a YouTube channel. It's the same username. It splits on the side. And on there, we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of recordings of this live. I also make other content. Most of it is just trying to help you find movement enjoyable, trying to encourage you to do a little bit of shaking, wiggling, maybe a couple of push-ups here and there, some squats, so that you keep your muscles moving, so you keep your muscles feeling fresh, that you move a little bit better, even when you don't, you know, need to. A lot of the time, when you're getting real stiff, sitting in a chair for too long, driving for too long, even sleeping, resting on the couch for too long, you get out of bed, you're like, "Ugh." That's just your muscles getting stuck in a position for so long, they forget how to, do stuff. When you very intentionally go do stuff, oftentimes just a little bit, a couple of minutes can make a huge difference. So don't sleep on those 2 minutes you got when you're waiting for coffee to come out the machine. Don't sleep on the 2 minutes when you're waiting for the microwave to spin up and heat up your food. Those are all very, very, very awesome little tiny moments for you to do some calf raises, for you to do some wrist circles, for you to do some neck work, for you to do some shoulder rotations to help loosen up and help you feel a little bit better. All right. JU is wishing Buddha some good rest. Amazing. Joe says, I wish I could do this. 9 weeks post Bilat has me restricted on movement stuff. I don't know what post Bilat TIFF means, but thank you for coming in and thank you for giving the show a chance and hopefully trying a couple of these movements before you said, hey, I wish I could do this. Um, Most of the time, it's going to look a little crazier than your average person is going to think is doable for them. That's because I've been doing this show every single day for like 600 days. All right. And part of the reason why the show exists is because I'm also training myself. I know that if I made it look like we were doing a less intense version of the show, more people would be like, oh, I can absolutely do this. Um, it's hard to balance the two things because I also am working on my flexibility. And so I try to say this over and over again that your version should not look like mine. I've been doing this show every day for 600 plus days. That means that's like an hour and a half every single day for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of days. I put in a lot of time doing this training. And your version shouldn't look like mine. At least, if you have never done anything like this before, it's hard to expect for that to be the case. So don't feel defeated because you're like, oh, that's crazy. This isn't a show for me. It really is. I promise. If you go back onto the YouTube channel, the first video I posted on YouTube from the live was probably a year or so ago, so 365 days ago. And most of my stretches look way, way higher up. I've been slowly progressing, but the instructions have not changed. The instructions are still the same. And you can check, you can see the proof. You'll go back to that video 365 days ago and be like, oh, yeah, he does say the exact same boring thing over and over and over again. All right, Ju asks, you need help. Is that a question or is that a statement? Statement, that seems offensive. Question, thank you for the support. Jay says, you did it as far as you did. Maybe one day Ken will do a meditation session. Oh no, what's going on? What's going on, Buddha? Buddha says, yesterday I ate 30 minutes before the live started, took a nap after the figure four, didn't even make it to the splits. Hey, that's okay. Um, the figure four has it laying down. It's a crazy, crazy stretch when you're full of food. I have fallen asleep in many yoga classes that oh shoot, what's the name of that move? I can't remember. I'm not gonna remember. I'm not gonna butcher it and make up something that sounds about right. So there's a move where you basically just lay down. I think technically in English it translates to like corpse pose, and I fall asleep every single time. Give me 2 minutes in that position after any amount of yoga, and I'll be asleep. I'll be done. This is how it ends. Jayu says good morning, and I think that is all the live chat today. I think I'm about ready to wrap. Jayu started the chat, at least as far as I can scroll back, with good morning and has finished with enjoy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks so much, everyone, for coming in, practicing a little bit of consistency, working on your side splits and your hip mobility with me today. We are ready to wrap. I hope you had a good show. I hope you're feeling a little bit smoother, feeling a little bit looser, and you had a great time and you're ready to go back to whatever you were, had to do and go crush that thing. Cool. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully at 9 p.m. Eastern, and I will see you guys real soon from a new setting while I troubleshoot internet and all sorts of other crazy things because I'm in a new spot, and we'll see how that goes. Cool. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'll see you all tomorrow. Closing out.